So we have a structure and a process for how we're going to manage the pipeline and the forecast review meeting, and we know the kinds of questions that we want to have answers for. But it turns out that in order to get good answers that we can rely on, we also need to take care of precisely how we ask good questions. In this short video, I'd like to introduce a very simple concept designed to help you with your questioning, discussing the difference between theoretical and leading and really effective questions. What I'll do is I'll go through some of the definitions of the different types of questions here, and then there's a little exercise to download which should help you in refining your use of these three types of questions. Firstly, imagine that you're in a forecast review meeting and the sales manager says to one of his salespeople, "What's the decision-making process here?" Now, this sounds like a good question because you do want to understand the decision-making process. But this is an example of what I would call a theoretical question. It's theoretical because you're going to get a broad response and very little actual hard data. You might get a response like, my understanding is that Mo, my main contact and the head of department, will make their recommendation, which will get rubber stamped by their boss and then go through the normal procurement process. Now, I know many sales managers who will be very satisfied with this response, but personally I have some grave reservations about it. As all you have really determined is probably what Mo themselves has said the process is. This has not been verified and it's not based on reality. Is it surprising that the main contact has said that they are the most important person in this decision? How many bosses do you know who always rubber stamp your recommendations? Very few in my experience. And what is meant by the normal procurement process? Theoretical questions are ones where the answer could be found in a textbook or in a very vague and unspecific conversation. Leading questions, on the other hand, are those where the expected answer is contained in the question itself. So imagine a sales manager asking, is there a good compelling event? To which any reasonable salesperson could easily answer, yes, of course. A salesperson who is asked, is Mo, your normal contact, the main decision maker, will be very tempted to say, yes, of course they are. The big danger with theoretical and leading questions is that they only tell us what the salesperson would like us to hear and not what the actual situation is, making it much more difficult for us to really coach them or to make the correct judgments when putting together an accurate forecast. Effective questions give us hard information, such as, how many times in the last 3 months have you met the procurement director? Or, apart from Mo, who have you discussed the decision-making process with? Or even better would be, the last time they purchased something like this, which signatures did they have to get on the internal approval? And how long did that take? So these questions are not designed to trip up your salespeople, but they are designed to help them stand back and properly evaluate a deal so that they can both make the best possible decisions as to what actions need to be taken and also to forecast accurately. We'll look at questioning types in later modules when we consider interviewing, for example, which is another case of wanting to get out accurate information. But for now, I hope that you appreciate the difference between effective as opposed to leading or theoretical questions, and the exercise that follows is designed to help you to refine that understanding. you've enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful in developing your sales management skills. It's one of a series designed to help aspiring, new or developing sales managers. Please subscribe to get access to all of the tutorials in the series and to get news of new ones added. You can also go to www.realsalesmanager.com where you'll find lots of other activities and resources, as well as guides suggesting the best sequence in which to listen to or watch these tutorials.